Hi guys, in this video I'm just going to add some finishing touches that should have been in the first video.
Scruffy Crow.
Okay, there's two little bits that I wanted to add. First, I've got a set of these straws. These are like construction straws. I picked them up at Poundland a while back. And I want to use these on the back of the building. Because it dawned on me that a lot of the buildings in my village have got proper chimneys. And this is obviously a brewery, so it should have plenty of chimneys, but doesn't have any. So I'm going to put a pipe that goes from there to about here. I'm just going to knock a bit of this off. I'm just going to use a scalpel for that. These bits are kind of rubbery. But it all holds together quite nicely with just a little bit of super glue. The downside of how well this sticks is if you get it on at the wrong angle like this, it is very difficult to remove that. There's no way that's coming back off. I'm going to have to... Oh, it came off eventually. That was a lot of work. So yeah, this sticks very firmly. So it's very key to get these lined up first time probably. And then I'm going to do a second story pipe. So I want the connector probably about there, very little in between the two. Once again, being very careful to get this all to line up the way we'd want. The last part is going to be my actual chimney itself. I'm going to keep this quite long. There we go, so that is my full little system. Now I'm not going to glue this one, or here. I'm just going to hope the whole thing will stay on from two glue points down here and here. I was thinking I might just hot glue these rubber bits on, but I'm wondering now if that's going to be a bit too flimsy. So I'm going to use a little bit of the plastic tube. I'm going to glue that into the two sides. And then I'm going to mark the centre of this one. And I'm going to use my knife and I'm going to make a hole in there that'll fit that tube through. Okay, so once I've got that wide enough to ram one of those bits of tubes through, just neaten that off a bit on the inside. Starting off with the file this time, get the hole nice and big, and then we'll just widen it out until it's big enough to fit the tube. There we go. So it's all a bit wobbly, but I think once that's painted and we've got the house there, I don't think you're going to notice so much. Okay, so I might have a solution. I've rammed a magnet up one of these little tubes. So once I've got the hole the right size, I'm just going to pop a bit of glue in there. And I've already got the magnet ready on the end of here, so we can make sure the polarities are right. Force that into the hole, get that flush as well. And there we have it. When we've got the second floor on, my pipe will connect and it won't be quite so floppy. And then the last thing we're going to do is fairly simple. I'm just going to run around these edges here with a bit of PVA, only a thin amount, and then I'm just going to use that PVA and just go around and just give just a small sprinkling of bird sand around these edges. And it's just to add a little bit of texture, but I don't want to go too far at the backs because obviously then we'll have a problem when we put the cladding back on. But I think I found that a little bit of dirt on these around like this sort of helps tie the models into the bases a little bit better. I've got all the cladding laid out on this tray, so that's all going to get a black undercoat, and so is the sort of brewery parts and the stairs and everything. And the bits of the houses and the roofs are all going to get a grey undercoat, and we'll paint them in the next video.